Vegan chickpea salad sandwiches are an easy, delicious, and customizable lunch. Mash 2 cans of chickpeas, a pastry cutter, or potato masher both work well. Now add the mix-ins. I'm using celery, toasted walnuts, and fresh tarragon. Next comes lemon juice, a binder like this cashew cream, plus salt and pepper.
I don't know about you guys, but I grew up on my dad making me hamburger helper all the time. So let's make it low carb. Start with 1 pound of ground beef and half a cup of diced onions and brown that in your pan. Drizzle in some Worcestershire sauce, then go ahead and add all of the seasonings listed above. Next, add 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Stir to combine and let that simmer for 5 minutes. Add in a 12-ounce bag of frozen cauliflower. Mix it all together and then cover with a lid until the cauliflower is nice and tender. Then go ahead and break up all of the cauliflower pieces. Add in 2 cups of shredded cheese and stir to combine. This brings back so many memories of my childhood and my dad. Enjoy!
Today I'm sharing a family recipe with you all. These are fushi potatoes. This was the dish that my mom's friends would always request for her to bring to any party. My fellow potato lovers will absolutely love this side dish. Once your potatoes have cooked until fork tender, strain them and warm up your butter and cream. I had to ask my mom if I could post this, and she said, absolutely, as long as you keep its original name and don't change anything. And then in typical mom fashion, she had to remind me to make sure to top it with butter and Parmesan, otherwise they weren't true fushi potatoes. I've watched my mom make her fushi potatoes so many times over the years, and I can't wait to share this recipe with my future kids. If you happen to have any leftover potatoes, I have a great recipe for leftovers. Enjoy!
Hey everybody, let's make steak tacos with grilled pineapple salsa. Break down your pineapple into spears. Place the pineapple, red onion, jalapeno, and limes on the grill and char them. Slice and dice those veggies, then add them to a bowl with avocado, cilantro, and sea salt and mix. In a bowl, combine sour cream, chipotle chili powder, smoked paprika, and lime juice with a little bit of salt. Coat your steak in olive oil and your spice mixture, and then grill to medium rare perfection. Build those tacos on corn tortillas with a few pieces of steak, some pineapple salsa, sour cream, and some extra cilantro. Delicious.
Soft-boiled egg on toast in 6 minutes. Bring a pot of water to a boil. Then add the eggs in and cook for exactly 6 minutes. After the 6 minutes, crack one side of the egg and then fit a spoon in between the shell and the actual egg. Then turn it to release the shell. Toast a piece of bread, add some butter, and then place the egg on top. Then cut it in half and grate some Parmesan on top of the egg. Season the open egg and the yolk with some salt and pepper. For a little bit of heat, add some red pepper flakes. Never skip egg day.
Today we're making fall off the bone, super simple baby back ribs happen. It's game time. Let's do this. Remove the membrane from the back of the ribs. Mix your dry rub of brown sugar, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, chili powder, cumin, paprika, and cayenne pepper. Give your rack a good rub down, front and back. Tightly wrap them in foil and bake for 2.5 hours at 300 degrees. Next, make your sauce with ketchup, balsamic vinegar, honey, Worcestershire sauce, or just use store-bought barbecue sauce. Remove the tray from the oven and drain liquids from the ribs. Brush the ribs with sauce all over and broil for 4 more minutes. Remove from oven and allow to rest 5 minutes. Cut them up and take your trip to Flavor Town. Love your life.
Chicken gyro, y'all better pop out for this one. For our marinade, let's start off with some Greek yogurt, some olive oil, and some lemon juice. Then you're going to add some coriander, some cumin, black pepper, and some salt. Cayenne pepper for heat, paprika for color, and you're going to mix that bad boy in. Now, thin out your chicken, make sure it's thin, and dump it in the marinade for an hour. Chop you up some parsley and dill, and then after awkwardly playing with your cucumber, you're going to shred that bad boy down. Now, drain the excess water and add your Greek yogurt, and then add your cucumbers. Bomb some parsley and dill, and then some garlic, some salt, lemon juice, and you got the fire tzatziki sauce. Now you're going to slice an onion and then peel it with a skewer. Add a piece of pepper, and then from there, you're going to add your chicken. Pop it in the oven for 350 degrees for 1 hour. Slice that juicy meat, and there you have it, the fire chicken gyro.
With a little upgrade on your Parmesan crusted chicken, we're going to score them with a knife, get a little mustard on there as a pre-binder, then season, dip in egg wash, cover in cheese, fry in olive oil. Make sure you get these cutlets thin so they cook through before your cheese gets burnt, and that is it. You got perfection.
Do you want to eat more plant-based but just have no idea where to start? I always recommend taking an audit of what you typically eat in a week and see how you can make simple vegan swaps in familiar meals. For example, the ground beef for red lentils in these sloppy joes. This recipe takes less than 20 minutes and is packed with protein. It's linked on my Instagram page. Follow and like for daily plant-based tips and recipes.
Let me show you guys how I make my buttery white rice with corn. In your pot, you're going to add your clean rice with a whole stick of butter. Then you're going to grate a garlic clove and add 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon, half a cup of corn or any veggies that you like, and then you're going to add 3 cups of water. You're going to mix everything, take it to the stove, let it boil on high, and once it boils, cover, simmer on low for 20 minutes. Then fluff with a fork, and there you have it.
This wonderful sweet potato casserole can be enjoyed any time of the year. Bake 3 large sweet potatoes in the oven at 375 until fully cooked. Peel and roughly mash your sweet potatoes. Add in 1/2 cup of sugar, 2 beaten eggs, 3 tablespoons of softened butter, 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. Mix all of that together until fully combined and set it aside. For your topping, mix 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar and a 1/2 cup of flour. Add in a total of 4 tablespoons of butter and mix until your topping is a sandy texture. Mix in some chopped pecans to your liking and then lightly spray a baking dish with nonstick cooking spray. Add your sweet potatoes and topping to the baking dish and bake at 350 for 30 minutes.
The chickpeas are the main ingredient because I promise you cannot taste them and they're a great source of protein. This is so amazing on pretty much any fruit and it would also be so good on pancakes. You should try this because...
Today I'm going to show you how to make a Krabby Patty. In a pan you're going to melt 1 tablespoon of butter and saute 1 cup of celery and onion for 7 minutes. In a bowl you're going to combine 1 pound of crab meat, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 2 eggs, cayenne pepper, thyme, Old Bay, and garlic powder, 1 teaspoon each. Now pour in 3/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs. Oh yeah, don't forget to toss in the celery and onion we sauteed earlier. Now mix this together and be sure to season this with salt and pepper to taste. Now go ahead and form your patties. This should make about 8, and then go ahead and fry this over medium heat for 4 minutes on each side using whatever oil you want. And we can't forget about the secret sauce. So get 2 egg yolks, 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper, and mix. Slowly mix in 2/3 of a cup of peanut oil and 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. Mix in 3 cloves of minced garlic and 3 tablespoons of horseradish. And you can't forget your sesame seed bun. Add on some ketchup, some mustard, don't forget your pickles. Add on a tomato, add on a piece of lettuce, don't forget your secret sauce, and lastly, add on your Krabby Patty, with cheese of course. I'm telling you, if it's made right, it tastes right. Shout out to SpongeBob though, because his burger's fire.
Missing pasta on keto? Me too, so let's make some keto raviolis together. Start with some ground pork sausage in a pan. Season it up to your liking. I love a little salt, pepper, garlic, Italian seasoning, and crushed red pepper. Brown it up in your pan and then set it aside in a bowl. Get your mini dashes ready by spraying them and add a layer of mozzarella to the bottom of the griddle. Then season a little more with Italian seasoning and top it with some of your pork crumbles. Next, add a tablespoon of Rayo's marinara sauce. I love it because it's low sugar, and a little bit of more mozzarella on the top. Let it cook for 3 to 4 minutes. Remove and set on a paper towel to allow it to crisp up. Top with marinara, parmesan, and enjoy. Like and follow for more.
The best keto pizza, no weird taste, no weird texture. First we're gonna start off by making the pizza dough. 1.5 cups mozzarella, 1.5 cups parmesan, teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon basil, a little bit of pink salt. Now we line our cookie sheet with parchment paper and add our dough. You can put a piece of parchment paper over this to spread it, but I like doing it by hand. Into a 400-degree oven. Any kind of San Marzano whole tomatoes. This recipe is for a 28-ounce can. Freeze the rest next time. 2 teaspoons of salt, 1/2 teaspoon Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of crushed red peppers, trust me here guys, 2 tablespoons of garlic paste, 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
Give the tomatoes a few squeezes to get the right consistency.
Here we are, get our delicious sauce on there. Mozzarella, pepperonis, baby.
Back in the oven under the broiler for 3 to 4 minutes. We're not done yet. Let's do it right. Olive oil and Parmesan cheese. Enjoy, your family will love this one.
If you're keto or low carb and feel like cheating, don't. Order your favorite pizza with extra cheese, roll the toppings off, and dip it in your favorite dip. It tastes like cheating, but it's not. Keto on!
Easiest recipe ever. Take a cabbage, cut it into stripes, and saute it in olive oil and butter for about 4 minutes. Season with salt and pepper. Once it's golden brown, take it off the fire and add half tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Yeah, enjoy.